It took them 6 months of lies, handshake, and the patience to get in the door. It took them less than 12 minutes to get out with nearly $270 million. A team of digital spies linked to the North Korean group has just executed one of the most calculated and devastating hacks in 2026. They didn't just crack a line of code, but they cracked human trust. This was an intelligence operation that played out in plain sight at crypto conferences and in private chats. The target was Drift Protocol, a massive decentralized exchange on the Solana blockchain with a total value lock of over $500 million at its peak. Drift was seen as the pillar of the ecosystem, audited, trusted, and used by thousands or even hundreds of thousands, or even millions, in fact. But that fortress of trust is exactly what made it the perfect hunting ground for hackers and scammers. The attacker understood a fundamental truth. Behind every decentralized protocol, with its complex code and smart contracts, there are still humans, there are still people behind it. And people, unlike code, can be deceived. This wasn't just a technical assault on the platform, it was a psychological attack on the very idea of security in decentralized finance, as the attack is a human one and not a code-based one. This all started not with a brute force attack, but with a digital handshake. Over 6 long months, a team of hackers meticulously disguised themselves as a legitimate quantitative trading firm. They weren't hiding in the shadows, they were building relationships in the open, showing up at international crypto conferences, and created a completely believable identity. To sell the illusion, they had technical expertise, a professional background, and even deposited over $1 million of their own money onto Drift, playing the ultimate long game. All the while, they were studying the company, its procedures, and its people, searching for the weakest link. After 6 months spent building a foundation of trust, the trap snapped shut with breathtaking speed. The attackers didn't need to find a public flaw in Drift's smart contracts. Instead, they went straight for the administrative control by socially engineering their way into getting private key approvals from the protocol's multi-sig wallet. Think of a multi-sig like a bank vault needing multiple keys to open. The hackers convinced just enough key holders to pre-approve what looked like routine transactions. From there, they executed a brutally clever, durable nonce attack. This legitimate Solana feature allows transactions to be signed now but executed later, bypassing normal, time-sensitive security. It was like having a blank check that was signed months ago, just waiting for the perfect moment to be cashed by the scammers. They used their new admin power to list a fake, worthless token they had created as valid collateral. Then they manipulated the price oracle, cranked up the withdrawal limits, borrowed hundreds of millions in real assets against their fake ones, and bled the platform dry in minutes. The fallout was immediate and catastrophic. In less than 12 minutes, around $270 million in user funds, including USDC, Solana, and wrapped Bitcoin, vanished. The protocol was shut down, but it was far too late. The hackers moved with chilling efficiency. They swapped stolen assets for stablecoins on other Solana exchanges and breached over $230 million to the Ethereum network, quickly converting it roughly into 129,000 ETH. Even as on-chain detectives scrambled to trace the money, the damage has already been done. The Drift token crashed by over 37%, and the hack sent shockwave across the Solana ecosystem, hitting at least 11 other connected protocols and vaporizing nearly $500 million in value. So, how do you prevent a disaster like this from happening to you? Well, the Drift hack teaches us 3 crucial lessons. First, crypto's biggest vulnerability isn't always the code, it's the people. It's the human factor behind crypto. The attacker built a credible facade for nearly half a year, In an industry often built on digital trust, you have to be relentlessly skeptical of unsolicited DMs, too good to be true job offers, and new investment groups. Verifying everyone and everything through multiple independent channels, remember they didn't break into a protocol, they talked their way in. Second, eliminate single points of failure in your security. Drift used a multi-sig system, and it still wasn't enough because of the social engineering. For your personal fund, this is non-negotiable. Use a hardware wallet. It keeps your private keys completely offline, making them immune to the kind of malware and phishing that likely compromise Drift's key. And never ever type your seed phrase into a computer or phone. Third, financial contagion is real. The attack on Drift cascaded to over a dozen other platforms. This proves that even if you pick a safe platform, its network connection can still be its downfall. Diversify your assets not just across different platforms, but also across different blockchains. That way, an inferno on one ecosystem probably won't burn down your entire portfolio. The $270 million Drift heist wasn't just a technical glitch. It was a masterpiece of deception and a colossal failure of operational security, or OPSEC. It proves that the strongest digital fortress can be brought down by the oldest trick in the book, a well-taught lie. As the money in crypto grows, so does the sophistication of those trying to steal it. The attacks will only get smarter, more patient, and more personal. In this space, your security is your responsibility. It is no longer a question of if an attack like this will happen again, but when and to whom. What's the one security step you never ever skip? Let us know in the comments below. Stay safe guys, stay curious, and I'll see you next time.